Welcome to the first broadcast of the Dentsply Sirona Implants Live Talks, where we air directly from the EAO Congress in Vienna. You will have the opportunity to take part in 4 live sessions today and tomorrow, where we interview guests mixed with updates from Dentsply Sirona Implants. For the first time ever, we will broadcast directly from Dentsply Sirona Implants Corporate Forum, Inspiration Talks. We will cover different topics such as a new innovative solution for friction-retained implant crowns as well as digital implant workflows. To find out more on the exact topic and times, please check the Dentsply Sirona Implants Global Facebook page. My name is Mia Jensen. I am Senior Manager in Clinical Affairs in Dentsply Sirona Implants, and I will guide you through live talks today. At the EAO, Dentsply Sirona Implants are launching a new innovation of high clinical value that saves time and is easy to use. Acuris, the conometric concept. This concept differs from screw and cement retained constructions since it's friction retained. When developing Acuris, Dentsply Sirona Implants has worked closely together with the inventor behind the conometric concept. Dr. Marco Degidi is an oral surgeon with large experience and an interest in individually tailored solutions. He is a devoted innovator and researcher and who has published more than 140 papers. He has his own practice and education center in Bologna in Italy. So a warm welcome to Live Talks, Dr. Marco Degidi. I'm very happy to have you here and to have the chance to learn more about the conometric concept and Acuris.
Thank you, Mia.
I have heard you describe the concept with the sentence, "No screw, no glue, the prosthodontist's dream comes true." What do you mean by that?
Well, I really think that the dream of every prosthodontics is to have a crown on implant that has no holes for the screw, and on the other side has not the risk that the cement inevitably bring together. So to have a crown that has no screw and no cement, and it's still a fixed restoration, this is really a dream that comes true. That's why I'm saying no screw, no glue.
Well, it sounds like a real game changer, I think, comparing with traditional concepts.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that for many years, there has been only 2 ways to make a fixed restoration on implant: screw retained and cemented. Every concept has pros and cons. And from today, there is a third one. I may say a better one. Let's see. For me, is the best one, of course. And the third one is conometric. The commercial name is Acuris, but it's conometric. So from today, everybody has to deal with this. Conometric is the new way to make a fixed implant support restoration.
Tell me, how did you get started with the conometric concept?
Well, everything I have developed or, let's say, invented in these years just start from the daily clinical work. And always been involved in immediate loading. Immediate loading has been always done with screw retain restoration. And honestly, I was really disappointed every time my lab technician was delivering restoration that was just a bunch of holes. And so one day I say to Gianluca, that is my lab technician and co-inventor of the technique, I told him, "Look, Gianluca, I have enough of this. Restoration that look like Swiss cheese. Okay, let's develop something new." This is how the whole thing started and began.
Very interesting. And I know that you have worked closely together with Dentsply Sirona implant engineers in order to develop a final product that can be reproducible. Here in Vienna, we met with Johan Falk, who's an engineer and a senior technical project manager in the research and development area of Dentsply Sirona implants. So let's listen to Johan telling us about the development that led to the final product.
The development has been ongoing since 2015. There's been a great number of engineers involved in the project, and one of the major challenges has been to find the exact balance between retention and the ability to remove the crown. We have in theory it's very easy, but in practice it's been very difficult to find the exact balance. So we have done different designs, and we have done thousands and thousands of tests over and over again just to find exact right balance. We have two cones with a press fit in between, and there is also an index system which makes it impossible to rotate it, and also we have an anti-tilt function, very useful in the anterior area. And the cone makes it possible. That's where we make the retention, so it's impossible to lose the crown. Here at the EAO we have three posters. The first one is called Removal Force of Conometric Caps and Abutments. The second one is Removal Force and Conometric Caps and Abutments under Dynamic Loads. And the last one is called Conometric Retention and Dynamic Loading over time. It's important to activate the retention. In order to do that, you just use this fixation tool which we have developed, and just by pressing it down, you will activate the impulse, and that impulse makes it secure, so it won't fall off from the patient. Let me show you how it works. So what we have here is the abutment. It's connected to the implant, and we have the crown with the final cap inside, and then I just place it on top like this. And it's very important to find the index, and there's actually three possible places, but you need to find the exact position like that. And then now it's time to activate the retention. And I do it like this. That's it. Now it's activated, and it's not possible to remove it. When you remove it, you use a removal tool, and this is just something you find on the market. And you just put it on like that, take a grip around it, and turn it around like that. And now it's loose, as you can see. But again, you can put it back. Just find the indexing, and it's just one click, and you're done.
Thanks, Johan, for sharing on the background how Acuris was developed and tested, and for showing us how easy it is. One click and you were done. So, Marco, you have clinical experience with Acuris. Is it really this easy?
Well, it is really tremendously easy. Okay, of course, dentistry is not easy. So you have to make a nice crown, a nice emergent profile, nice contact. But once you have delivered a nice crown, to engage econometric friction is a second, and you are done. So the dentist will find this amazing, as it is in the reality.
And from your perspective as a clinician, what is most beneficial for you and your patient with the conometric concept and Acuris?
Well, of course, I'm the inventor, and I've been using this for quite some time. So I tell you, it is really amazing how many advantages this concept really has. Let's say precision combined with receivability, just to mention a couple of them. Because we are working on a cone concept, our crown are virtually gap-free. So we have delivered the most precise crown ever. And this means that you can put a margin everywhere, for example, and because there is no cement. So this is just fantastic. And retrievability. Anytime you need to take a crown, or in the future a bridge out, it's not that easy with the cemented, and also screw retain is a lot of work. But in this case, it's a matter of seconds. In 2 seconds, the crown or the bridge is in your hands. So anytime you have to inspect an implant because you have a problem or just you want to check whatever you want to check, this can be accomplished in seconds. So this is really a game changer.
So time saving is also one of the advantages then. What are the main advantages for the labs with Acuris?
Well, lab technician can only love the concept because, of course, they will be working on a prefabricated cap that has an outstanding, unparalleled precision. So every restoration they deliver is the most precise in the world. So for the lab technician, it's very easy. It's heaven, basically, for them. And they can work with, combine with any material, with every approach, analog, digital, whatever. So it's really very, very beneficial for them.
So it really sounds there's an advantage for maybe the patient, the dentist, and the lab. But one final question for you: how has Acuris changed the way you are working today?
Well, honestly, if you get familiar with the technique, every technique has a learning curve. This is a very short learning curve, of course. But once you start to deliver this kind of restoration, you really realize that it's a matter of minutes. Even to fabricate a crown is very quick and very precise. So the more you start, the more you will get conometric addicted, basically. And the advantages are uncountable. You can place the implant in the right position for the emergent profile because you don't have to think about the screw hole. Where are you going to have the screw hole? Do you have to use an angle abutment? Do you have to compensate with some particular screwdriver? And so it's easier for you to put the implant in the bone. And you can make a nice emergent profile because you can start from deep, from the bone and from the tissue. And your emergent profile will be much better than any other kind of crown where you have to put the margin at the level of the gum because you are stressed with cement or with some gap that inevitably go together any screw retain restoration. So, and the last thing is time saving. That means that you really save time. So saving time means two things. You can either go home 2 hours earlier every day, or you can do more patient. That is up to you, what you want to select.
Yes, well, it really sounds like a game changer, definitely, with many advantages.
Yeah, it is.
So, Marco, thanks for joining me on here today on Live Talks, and thanks for sharing on your knowledge and the insights behind the conometric concept and Acuris. So, when will Acuris be available? Well, it is available now already for ankylos users, and for the Astatec implant users, and for Xive implant users, it will be available in the first quarter of 2019. Earlier today, Dentsply Sirona Implants officially launched Acuris here in Vienna. A reception was hosted by the Dentsply Sirona Implants Group Vice President Simon Fraser. If you would like to know more about Acuris and you are here in Vienna, come by the Dentsply Sirona Implants booth at any time. And there's also a link on the Facebook page where you can find detailed information on Acuris, then the different steps and components that Marco and I just talked about. We're coming to an end with our first live talks here at EAO, and tomorrow we will send 3 more sessions. The first one, we start in the morning with live talks on seamless digital workflow, why now? Where Dr. Mark Ludlow, who's an expert and research in this field, will share with us about why this is a hot topic today. The final 2 live talks tomorrow are both from the Dentsply Sirona Implants Corporate Forum, Inspiration Talks. First, Mark Ludlow presents live from Vienna on digital planning and execution from simple to complex, followed by Marco talking in depth about what you just heard: no screw, no glue, the prosthodontist's dream comes true. You can find the exact times of these sessions on the Facebook page. So a warm welcome back to Dentsply Sirona Implants live talks tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.